Hello everyone. Today I'm going to tell you about individualism. What is individualism? When you talk about individualism, how is it relevant for all of us with globalization and post-globalization? Right. When we have seen the whole world has become flat. Right. We have all the information and technology mechanisms with us today. And what we have seen, people have become more individualistic than ever before. But this very philosophy and ideology of individualism emerged a long time back. Let us have a small discussion on this individualism. Right. What is it and how it all has emerged? Individualism is also known as the individualist theory of the functions of the state. This is how all it started. Originally, the sophists in ancient Greece advocated for minimizing the functions of the state. The sophists were professional teachers and intellectuals who mostly lived in Athens and other Greek cities in 5th century BC. They were the first one to talk about the limitations of the functions of the state. The most famous advocates of the sophist movement were Protagoras, Gorgias, Antiphon, Hippias, Prodicus, and Thrasymachus. So these were the people, those who were pioneering the movement called sophist movement. By the 17th and 18th centuries, famous philosophers like John Locke, Adam Smith, John Stuart Mill, Herbert Spencer, and F.A. Haig significantly contributed to the development of individualism. This is the time, in fact, the very philosophy and idea of modern individualism came to the forefront of the people. Again, the Industrial Revolution brought individualism to the forefront by strongly highlighting on free competition among the individuals and non-interference of the state. So during the Industrial Revolution also, people protested against excessive interference of the state. Again, individualism is known also as the laissez-faire theory, which means let the individual live alone. Right. So, laissez-faire theory, we know all. This advocates let the individual live alone. Don't interfere in the activities and lives of individuals. Primarily, individualism is based on the thesis that the state is a necessary evil. It is not evil, it is a necessary evil. Individualists and its thinkers believe that the state exists because crime, anger, jealousy, etc. exist. I mean, the bad qualities of individuals exist. That is how they say state also exists. Therefore, the role of the state is to eradicate evils from society, but not to interfere. So the state needs to play a role to eradicate or eliminate all these evils. But state does not need to interfere, in the activities of the individuals. State itself is considered as an evil, and hence its activities have to be limited. Right. So state has to be limited. Its activities have to be limited because it itself is an evil. Right. Thus, the individualist thinkers term all sorts of restraints on individual as evil. Right. Powers of the state are directly considered as an infringement or violation of the individual liberty. Anarchists, again, another school of political thoughts, argue for the complete destruction or annihilation of the the state. Whereas the individualist thinkers of the philosophy want to limit the state activities to the narrowest possible limits. They do not want completely to eliminate the whole state. The main function of the state is to safeguard the life, liberty, and property of its citizens against violence, and fraud. That is how they argue the state needs to do only these many activities. State is mere, according to them, a police organization, and it must protect the individuals. That's it. State must stay away from the social sphere. State should not interfere in the social sphere of individuals. Thus, the state is given only negative functions by the individualist thinkers. It has nothing to do with the welfare of the individuals, which in fact must be left to themselves. I mean, to the individuals themselves. Individualism became famous during the Industrial Revolution, as I told you, because at that time excessive state interference was the order of the day. Economists like Adam Smith, Ricardo, and Malthus in England were fully against the interference of the state in economic matters. Right? Again, thinkers like John Stuart Mill also advocated that state should not interfere in self-regarding actions of individuals, but it can control individuals' other regarding actions. I mean, the actions that are very much, concerning to the individuals themselves, their state should not interfere. But other activities which, also influence the rest of the society can be controlled by the state if they, the state feels that these activities of the individuals are interfering in others' lives and liberties. Finally, Herbert Spencer, another one thinker, justified the doctrine of individualism through his biological doctrine of the survival of the fittest, which we all are aware. So this is how the very philosophy of individualism prospered, came into the forefront of all of us. It is a very important philosophy as it negates the authority and powers of the state. This is how I would like to present individualism to all of you. In my next video, I'm going to come up on the arguments in favor and against the very philosophy of individualism. Thank you so much